What's up everyone, and welcome to day 5 of Foundation. And today is all about application. We're going to be working through accent tap to really reinforce and develop that muscle memory of stopping the stick with control and relaxation. And then we're going directly into paradiddles to see how close we can make those skills feel. We want accent tap to feel just the same when we apply it with paradiddles and throwing in those double beats and keeping our technique legato throughout the whole process. These exercises overlap in so many areas, so as you're playing these exercises, I really want you to notice how similar they are and how similar you can make your technique, make everything feel the same, and you'll be good to go. Alright, let's get into it. What's up everybody? Welcome back. We're working on accents and taps. With that in mind, here's all the good stuff to work on. Make sure you pick something. Make sure you know what you're trying to get out of this practice session here so you can make the most of your time. All right, all that said, we're ready to rock. We're at 90 beats a minute, and we're working our way to 100. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Nice and legato. Nice and consistent. Very good. 2, again, 2, ready, go. Memorize what this feels like here. Make your left feel the same as your right. Still nice and rebounded. Very good. Make sure you're finishing every phrase. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the last video, but finish each pattern before you get mentally into the next one, right? You can't play your left hand until you finish the last and of 4 on your right hand. Make sure you're not jumping too far ahead so that you make errors or don't finish the phrase. Every note's super important. Here we go. We're jumping up to 92. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Find the groove. Make every note sound the same. Very good. 2. Again. 2. Here we go. Make sure you still have energy. Even though this isn't fast and we at low heights, right with your feet. Nice and consistent. Very good. All right. Pretty sure that was 2 times, right? You guys are with me? Yeah. All right, we're jumping to 94 beats per minute here. Think about what's going well for you right now. Think about where you're finding, little inconsistencies, little errors, and see if you can remove those. The faster we get, the easier it's going to be to create this consistent pattern of accents feeling one way and taps feeling another. Start to memorize that, burn that into your brain. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Good downstrokes. Two, 1, 2, last time here. Take a look down if you need to. Don't over squeeze. Make accents feel the same. Two, 1, 2, here we go. Your taps feel the same? Right with the metronome. Right with your feet. Awesome. Really good job. We are jumping to 96 beats per minute here, and there's not a big change here. Think about what's going well. Think about what you need to improve on. Make sure your hand transitions are even. Make sure your left feels the same as your right. Whichever hand is starting to feel better than the other, right? Probably our dominant hand, probably our right hand for most of us. Make sure you're thinking about how your right hand felt when you were playing on your left. Like, okay, my left hand is a little bit tense. Oh, all right, now I figure out how to relax it. And then, all right, and then my accents, oh, they are nice and open now, right? I'm not squeezing the stick too much. These are the kind of things you have to notice about yourself as you're playing. Are you maxing out your heights? We're going for chop building and memorization here, right? So this is not something you would ever play directly in something on drum set or, you know, even in any other field, right? You'd never just play accents like this with one hand real consistently, right? But this is burning it into your memory so that you can always play this no matter how complicated things get. But if you're ready, we're at 96. Let's do it. Get your feet going. 2 times here. 1, 2, good energy. 1, 2, here we go. Consistent accents, no rushing. Very good. 2, last time here. Nice and rebounded. Memorize what this feels like. Listen to your taps. Really, really very good. All right, we got to jump to 98. We got to keep this train moving. You know what you need to keep working on. Keep thinking about it. Don't get lost in just doing reps for reps' sake. Reps are important, but reps in the right mindset, right? If you're just playing but without getting better, or just playing without a goal in mind, you're just playing, right? There's time for playing. There's time for focused practice. So make sure you keep in mind, if you need to write down what you're working on so you don't forget. We're at 98. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Find the groove. Nice and good, consistent accents. Good hand transitions. Think about what's coming next. Very good. 2. Last time here. Set yourself up. This should feel so comfortable. Very, very good. And you know what that means? We're at our goal tempo! We're at 100 beats per minute. Who would have thought that's all it takes to go from 80, hopefully if you did the 80 video, 80 to 90, or even if you didn't, you started right at 90, 90 to 100. That's a big milestone. We're in triple digits. Here we go. Goal tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Make sure you're relaxed. No tension anywhere in the body. Very good. 2. Last time here. Memorize this tap feeling. Now your tacit hands. Awesome. Really good job. You know what we got to do? We got to jump to 104 to give us a little bit of a taste, push ourselves a little bit, see what the next tempo is going to feel like. And if you're ready, we're diving in. A little bit of a shift here. Technique does not change. The grip does not change. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Nice and legato. Max those heights out. This is chop building. Very good. 2. Again, 2. Here we go. still the same? Oh yeah. Control the tempo, right with your feet. All right, we're at our goal tempo. We're doing 2 reps right away, performance reps, all right? No messing around, no need to recalibrate. You have 100 beat, there, it's in your body. You have it. Here we go. We are at 100 beats a minute. Put yourself in that pressure situation. 0 errors, because you don't have to. Have a really crazy, ridiculously high standard for yourself. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, no errors. Very good. Think about it and make it better. Last time. You did it. 100 beats per minute in the can. That was nothing, right? Or maybe you found out a tremendous amount of things that you still need to work on. That's totally cool. All that means is that you get to go back and work on it some more. There's no sense in rushing to the next video, just to push yourself to see if you can. Push yourself as you can, but do it with great technique. That's why we're working on it so slow to start with here, right? We're building those habits so that whenever you build up from there, you're just building upon a great foundation. You've heard a million analogies about build your house on sand and good foundations lead to all sorts of good stuff. Right? That's a phrase, good foundations lead to good stuff, right? Write that down. Anyway, hopefully that went really well for you. If it didn't, go back and do it again. That's no problem. That's why we're here. If it did, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for playing along. I'll see you then. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Paradiddles. Let's take a look at all the important things that are worth thinking about as we're working through Paradiddles. Make sure you know what you're working on. Obviously, we're going to increase the tempo, but you need to have your own goal. You know what your tendencies are when you go from singles, you know what your tendencies are from accent taps, and you know what your tendencies are at double beat. This is going to combine all of those skills. So if you have little errors or things that you're working on, they will show up here. They will absolutely show up here, and you'll find some new things show up here as well. So make sure you pay attention to what you know you need to work on. But otherwise, Anything else we're talking about? No, let's get into it. Let us start. We're going from 80 beats per minute to 90 beats per minute, and we're working on paradiddles. We're going to play this exercise 3 times, okay? Unless I forget and we play it more or less, but generally speaking, we're going to play it 3 times through. And we're also going to do some little surprises in there. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you'll see, and they'll make sense when we get there. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Learn the music as fast as you can if you don't have this memorized already from the intro video. Memorize it quickly. I'm sure you will, but the music's down there just in case. Here we go. 1 and 2 and paradiddles. Here we go. Very good. 2 and again, 2 more times here. Very good. And last time, here at this tempo. Very good. All right, let's talk about it for a minute. This is super slow on purpose. This is really slow, and I really want to give you a chance to understand how your hands feel while you're playing this exercise. What does a good downstroke feel like? What does a good tap stroke feel like? That's what we're working on in the first 2 phrases, right? Make sure you're thinking about that and memorize that, because that doesn't change the entire exercise. We could break this down further just to go quarter notes. We could be kind of monotonous and kind of tedious, but what's not monotonous is going straight to 8th notes. And making these feel exactly the same as, yeah, that should feel identical. And then even still, when we slide those individual lefts or individual rights, this part, this is your constant. This is your home base. So if you can feel that, especially once we get to paradiddles, if you can feel that, if you can feel those tap strokes, those clean down strokes, and then controlling the other notes in between and afterwards, then you're in great shape. So if you can do it at this really slow tempo, you're gonna be so far ahead of the curve when we get to a real fast one, because you're going to have the exact same control. All you got to do is work on speed and some little tweaks along the way. But it's super important to get really, really good control here. All right? A million things to think about there, but truly, there's a million more reps to go. All right? So let's keep it rolling. We're at 82 now. All right? Very small adjustment. 3 times. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. And 2, and control your wrist strokes, not too much arm. Very good. And 2, and 1, 2, here we go. Very good. And 2, last time here. 2, ready, go. Very good. All right. Again, because this is so slow, there is so much space to control, especially when you just hear the space. Just taking out that 1/16th note partial makes this feel like endless amounts of space. That's not quite as much space to control because you're just missing the E. But between the and the downbeat of the next hand, it just feels like an eternity, at least to me. So, I don't know, I'm feeling really control on these quarter notes. So I'm really trying to rely on my feet, right? Don't forget about your feet. This is going to get you all the way through these slow tempos, but gives you lots of time to think about how your hands feel. One thing other to think about, and then we got to move on. We just have to. Is you make sure you're leading with the wrist. Sometimes when we get into lots of open spaces, people may have some tendencies. I know that I have the tendency, I like breaking my wrist. I don't know why. It's just when I started to learn drums, that felt good to me. And when I play on the drum set, I tend to break my wrist for no reason. And it's something I have to constantly think about. So when I'm working here, I want to make sure that I'm leading from my wrist. I'm leading from the beat of the stick. I'm turning my wrist and then my arm moves up, right? So whatever it is for you, that's just one example that I have to work on sometimes, and I can feel that when there's extra space because I don't necessarily, my instinct isn't always to just turn my wrist. Sometimes I like to be loose, which can work, but it also leads to a broken wrist, which leads to less control and your stick is pointed down. It's crazy. It's a bad habit. I know. I've always kind of had to think about it. Whatever it is for you, make sure you know what you are working on, and don't be easy on yourself. I gotta turn my wrist. You gotta turn your wrist. And we gotta get to 84. Here we go. Making a little jump here. 1, and 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. And 2, listen to consistency. 2, here we go. Very good. And 2, and last time at this tempo. Yeah, all right. 3 reps goes by fast. This exercise is just a little bit longer. Normally I like to do 4 reps in between, but don't worry, we're gonna get plenty of reps. All right, we're at the midway point of where we're headed. We just did 84 beats per minute. I'm gonna do a little surprise action here. We're gonna go to 85 beats per minute, and I wanna just play 8 paradiddles 2 times, okay? We're not working on this skill so that we can we can work up to paradiddles if you're, if you're doing some groove and you want to go, hold on, let me do a paradiddle real quick. Right? You don't have time. You just need to bust out a paradiddle. Whatever you're doing. No matter what world you're in for drumming, you need to just be able to do the skill set. So we need to practice that. I want to do a little mini test here of 85 beats per minute. I want to do 8 paradiddles just to see where we're at. Can we jump right into? All right, that's what we're going to do. I'll count us off. 8 paradiddles. We'll do it twice. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. That's it. All right, now let's do it again. Just see where we're at. And 1, 2, 8 paradiddles. Very good. All right, this is just a check-in, just to see how it feels, just to see where we're at and where we need to work on. All right, with that in mind, we're jumping 86, back to the builder exercise, working on all those skill sets. And 1, 2, and 86, here we go. Very good. 2, and again, 2, ready, go. Very good. Last time here, and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. All right. I want to talk about sound quality real quick and how that affects your hands. So when you're playing these downstrokes and then a nice tap stroke in the very beginning of this exercise, does this sound and feel the same as when you get to this? You can have kind of a tight grip. You can play with poor technique in order to control that accent tap pattern, especially because we're changing hands. You can get away with poor technique there. Where you can't get away with poor technique is in the actual paradiddle. You can kind of get away with it here, but not really. That doesn't even let you kind of get away with it. You can kind of get away with it here. You can be tight, you can over squeeze with your hands, you can not be relaxed, but you can't, the last 2 patterns, it's just impossible to play double strokes if you're not legato and rebounded and controlling. So there's 2 clues. You can feel how it feels in your hand. I like how I'm pretending like I don't have a stick in my hand. You can know what it feels like in the hand, and you can also listen to the sound. Right? You know the difference in the sound. We talked about this before. Over squeezing versus nice and rebounded, nice and open, and letting the stick breathe and make the sounds it's intended to make. So, how does it feel? How does it sound? But you already know all that. 88, here we go. Let's go. 1, and 2, and 3 times that, 88 beats per minute. Very good. 2 already sounds better. 2, ready, go. Very good. 2, last time here. 2, again, go. Yeah, really good job. That's a relatively big tempo increase from 80 to 88 beats per minute. You might actually feel a difference from that. You don't always feel a difference. Sometimes you can, and this is definitely one of those times. All right, we're flying through this thing. We're already at our goal tempo of 90 beats per minute. Let's do a handful of reps here and see where we're at. Let's see how this feels. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. And 2, and again, 2, ready, go. Very good. Last time here, and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. So one thing to think about as we head into our bonus tempo here is when you're playing just the eighth notes in the beginning and throughout the whole exercise, can you think mentally of the paradiddle, the full 16th note? Can you hear that? It might make your hands do the exact same pattern. It might help you relax a little bit, especially in the beginning parts when when you're inserting those E's with the lefts and the right. Right? It might just help you, remind you, whatever it might do to trigger your brain how to relax and how it should feel at your end goal, right? You don't want to change techniques. You want this to feel the same throughout the entire exercise. So start to notice where things feel different and figure out what you can do to replicate that paradiddle feeling. All right? Cool. Now, jump into our bonus tempo. We're at 94 beats per minute. We're going to make a little jump here just to test the waters, dip our toes in to see where we're headed. Let's go. 1 and 2 and a few times at our bonus tempo. Very good. And 2, and again, 2, ready, go. Very good. Last time here, and 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, cool. This is one of those times where the bonus tempo is almost like a relief, like, oh my goodness, I don't have to focus so much on being perfectly in time because it's so slow. But it's such good practice. Like, this is a skill you could come back to if you're flying through Paradiddles at 200 beats per minute one day, and then come back to this and just see like, oh my gosh, how much control this takes. Space is one of the most challenging things to control in drumming. Absolutely, like the space between the notes. Really hard. All right, you know what we're doing. We're going to do some performance reps. We're dropping to 90 beats per minute. All I'm doing is thinking about space between lyrics that I could have just put in there. That's a Dave Matthews Band song, and if you don't know that song, go listen to it because it's great. Anyway, 90 beats per minute is our goal tempo here, and we're going to do 2 performance reps. I want you to get into the mindset of what your performance is, whether your performance is excited and animated and really kind of being an actor, or are you really stoic and you don't need to do all that? Are you locked in? All right. All that, we're at 90 beats per minute, 2 times. No errors, because you don't have to. That's right. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. Last time here, and 1, 2, do your best. Yeah, very good. All right. Did you think I forgot? I didn't forget. We got to do the same thing that we did at 85 beats per minute at our goal tempo of 90. We're playing paradiddles right away. I want to do 2 extra performance reps of 8 paradiddles. Let's see if we can do it. That's what we're working on. Let's see if we can really apply this right away. No builder. 8 paradiddles. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Here we go. Very good. 2 and 1, 2. Last time here. Very good. All right, so that's where we're at. That's somewhat of a representation of your ability to play paradiddles at 90 beats per minute. If it went really well, that's super exciting. Then you're probably anxious and ready to get from 90 to 100, and we're going to go there next. But if it didn't go so well, you might want to back it up. You might want to realize, like, I just didn't have the control to play 8 perfect paradiddles yet. I changed my hands. It doesn't quite rebound the way that I want it to. I'm stopping the stick and squeezing too much so that it's hard to control at the lower end. Whatever it happens to be, then run it back. Watch this video again and do it as many times as you need to in order to get you to where you want to be. But if you're ready to go to the next one, I will see you there. Thanks for playing along. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for playing along. If you liked that video, please let me know down below. Let me know why you liked it. Let me know what you're working on so I can make more things exactly for what you need. And if you didn't like it, keep it to yourself. No, if you didn't like it, please let me know why down below, because I want to make videos that you need. What skill sets do you need? What would make you better faster? Let me know. And if you want to get some real feedback, tag me in videos. Send me an email, tag me on Instagram, tag me on YouTube. I want to give you comments. I want to make this a community, and I want us to all get better at drums faster. All right, I'll see you in the next one.